What is up? What is good, everybody? What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jamal_Haki, and today we're actually back with another video. Guys, do you miss me? People, please. We're back. Obviously, things are looking a little different around here. The setup looks a little bit different. Facts. Your boy big chilling around here. Perfect. I got some news for you guys. I'm not gonna technically introduce that news yet. What? Personally, I don't like introducing news that I'm not fully either finished or fleshed out yet.
Ain't this some bullshit?
This video is literally about the top 10 albums to me. My personal top 10 albums of 2018. Now, this wouldn't be a normal, typical Jamal video if I wasn't late. Perfect. Boy, oh boy. I'm always late to everything, people. I'm like literally, I'm like late to literally everything. I'm gonna be late to my own funeral.
You think I'm playing?
I actually had fun actually making this list. One of the things that I personally did was I personally just kind of like listed out all the albums that I did manage to listen to from beginning to end. Now, the downside about doing this was it allowed me to really think to myself, I really didn't listen to enough projects in its entirety. But what I did do throughout the year was I did listen to a lot of songs. So you're gonna see a lot of differences between my top 10 albums of the year versus my I'm actually gonna do a top 20 songs, because obviously it's more songs than there are albums, because the album's a complete project. Does that make sense, guys? Obviously most of the music I do listen to is in relation to hip-hop. Like, in terms of, if I'm going to listen to a body of work, if I'm going to sit down and listen to someone's project, most of the time when I'm listening to music, it is in relation to hip-hop in terms of an album standpoint, in terms of a mixtape project. But if it's just musically, I really listen to anything. I don't care if it's country, lo-fi, chill, dubstep, if it's alternative, if it's jazz music, I don't care if it's opera. If it's good, it's good. It's gonna resonate. It's gonna resonate with me, because that's just how music works. You know what I mean? I want to mention some of the honorable mentions that didn't quite make the top 10, but I thought they was worth mentioning. One of the albums is H.E.R. I Used to Know Her. That's actually got nominated for, I think, one of the albums of the year. I think what they did was they combined the prelude with the continuation of the latter part, and they just made it one complete thing, and they said, hey, you're nominated for it. Another thing that actually got nominated that's on the list will be the J. Cole, KOD. Now, I know some people may look at me and say, dang, Jamal, J. Cole didn't make your top 10 albums. Listen, man.
Or stop it.
I like J. Cole, but it's something about when I listen to J. Cole, I don't feel a sense of replay value for me. I don't feel replay value when I'm listening to J. Cole. That's just personally how I feel. Another one that didn't quite make the list, just to throw it out there, Joji, Ballads 1. Now, we go see some Joji love in the next video that we do. But again, I think the reason why his didn't make the list, because concept, it was dope, sound wise it was dope. I just think it was a few songs on there that just didn't deliver for me, because it almost made the cut. Cause Affected. Cause is somebody that's on the Dreamville a record label or team with J. Cole, I think JID and Brasi, and then some other people. But man, Cause is dope. Go check him out. Highly underrated, highly unappreciated. And then the last two honorable mentions that we just go throw out there is the Black Panther soundtrack and Kanye West and Kid Cudi, Kids See Ghosts. Now, unfortunately, I really wanted to put Black Panther on my top 10 list, but the more I thought about it, and in comparison to the other 10 albums that I have on my list, I feel like Black Panther just had some songs on the soundtrack that was just skippable for me. But the powerful songs really stand out, and one of them is obviously going to be mentioned in my list of top 20 songs of the year. So without further ado, man, the 10th album, the album that I have in the 10th place is Black, East Atlanta Love Letter. Man, this album, it was dope. I managed to only listen to it about twice, but just off the first listen through, man, it's captivating. Like, it draws you in. Like, I just love listening to just Black, just harmonizing, and just him just vocalizing all his feelings that he has on the track. Number 9, we got Kevin Gates, Luca Brasi 3. Now, wow. Now, I always knew Kevin Gates was kind of like, okay, he kind of makes some good music. But listen, man, I'm telling y'all right now, go listen to the Kevin Gates, Luca Brasi 3. Just from the track 1, you know you in for some stuff. Now, my only negative that I would have about this particular album, and granted, this is slightly better than the East Atlanta Love Letter, is that Kevin Gates didn't have any features. I don't mind when albums or artists don't have any features, but man, if you got 18 to 17 tracks on your album and you don't have any features, sometimes I'm listening through the album and I'm like, okay, I want to hear a different voice, if that makes sense. But other than that, he really delivered on every single track. It was powerful. The next one, Grammy nominated Nipsey Hussle, Victory Lap. Man, oh man, this boy Nipsey Hussle really came through with a solid project. Now, I know a lot of people may have Victory Lap probably within they like top 5 of the year in terms of hip-hop album or just album in general, which obviously Victory Lap is actually nominated for one of the albums of the year and also one of the hip-hop albums of the year. Nipsey Hussle really delivered on all levels. More importantly, I like that he delivered on kind of like this really Black financial educational level. Like, you go out and getting it, you going out and grinding, you hustling, really fighting for it, really out in the streets for it, really doing something to make a positive difference for, you know, obviously whether it's in politics, for the environment, for the community, for your loved ones. I would say he put out something that when years pass by, people can go back and listen to Victory Lap and really enjoy it. My number 7, listen, man, this is probably out of the entire list of my top 10, y'all are probably not gonna know who this artist is at all. But this artist is named Kaleb Mitchell, and he put out a mixtape / album called 973. Now, I've been listening to Kaleb Mitchell for a little bit over a year. Kaleb Mitchell, I don't want to label him as a Christian hip-hop rapper or Christian hip-hop artist, but he is obviously Christian, and man, he puts out amazing music. He can rap really well. He has this very unique sounding voice when he sings, and I personally find it to be like really dope, like super dope. And I feel like listening to this project 973, like it's truly amazing. Like, it has mad replay value, and just from the jump, from the intro, like it really captivates you and really draws you in to want to listen to it more. Now, coming in at number 6, we got J.I.D. DiCaprio 2. Now, this right here is fire. Now, this dude J.I.D. can spit. Now, when you talk about lyricism, spitting motifs, alliteration, just going through displaying like heavy backpack rapping ability and all that stuff, this guy pretty much out of the entire top 10 list, he pretty much captivates that and delivers on that facet. Like, he has a lot of powerful songs. He has a lot of songs and the instrumentals that back some. It's just amazing. Some of the gripe that he's been getting, or that I have heard, he sounds like this, he sounds like that, he sounds too much like maybe one of his peers, Kendrick Lamar, stuff like that. Honestly, man, you can hear a little Kendrick, but it's different. I'm gonna be honest, it's different. Please don't compare the two. Coming in at number 5, this boy snuck in last minute. I had to catch up on some music, and boy, okay, I'm gonna be honest. there's some slight biasness when it comes to this person. But coming in at number 5, we got Mick Jenkins, Pieces of a Man. Mick Jenkins is just, he's literally like one of my favorite artists. Like, he's not like my favorite, but honestly, at any given time, I could put on Mick Jenkins and I will always be like impressed. I will always be satisfied. I will always be happy. Like, I'm still listening to Waters. The healing, was it the healing component? Oh, like, I'm still listening to all of his old stuff and they still slap. They still bang. Like, he's a very intellectual man. Like, he's coming through, providing concepts within his music, providing like a certain level of variety within his tones, within his songs, within whatever he's bringing to you. He's bringing to you amazing music, and I highly recommend people go check him out. Coming in at number 4. Now, don't get mad at me, people, cause my top 3 is pretty strong. But coming in at number 4, we got Pusha T, DAYTONA. Now, this is amazing. Ugh.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
That boy Pusha T would be like, yeah. That boy, oh man. If he would have had that, I know this, of course, the beef in terms of the back and forth, shots fired and stuff like that came after the release of DAYTONA. But if he would have had the story of Adidon on that thing, let me tell you, man, I think Pusha T album would have went a little bit higher. But I mean, if you know, you know, he has some bangers on this. They was hidden. Now, are they some of my favorite Pusha T songs? Maybe not, but as a collective whole, and I just feel like it just captivated like some type of story. Like, I was drawn into it. Granted, I think its main and major flaw is that it stems from this, I'm not titling microwave music, but it stems from like this microwave feel because it only delivers on 7 tracks. Is 7 tracks good enough for it to be comparable towards its predecessor in terms of other albums? Obviously, because it made top 5 and top 4. But was it good enough to solidify a top 3 spot? Not on my list. Coming in at number 3, we got J-Rock, Redemption. Now, I had the privilege to go see J-Rock live. I went to go sit with my homeboy Chevelle. Let me tell you, J-Rock is amazing. This album that he put out is amazing. This body of work that my man put out. J-Rock, you literally got yourself, and to the eyes of many people, you got yourself an album of the year type album. So many songs that he touched on, it really hit home to me. Like how he sounds on the track. Like, and on top of that, when you talk about the original members of TDE, you gotta mention J-Rock because he's the original member of TDE, holding down the fort. And he actually has one of my favorite songs of the year, and you're gonna see where that ranks within the top 20 as well. Highly recommend you go check out J-Rock. Now, coming in at number 2, man, he snuck in this one too. Royce the 5'9", The Book of Ryan. Now, The Book of Ryan is pretty intense. I love when people step outside like the box, do something a little bit different. Now, sometimes when people do like skits within their albums, like some of the time I want to skip them, but I found myself really being drawn into, The Book of Ryan and its skits. Like, I really felt like I was there. I felt like Royce the 5'9" was narrating and rapping to me at the same time. He was really walking me through and narrating a story to me. I felt like I was immersed within his world, and I felt like he literally opened up his brain and he invited me in for me to have a sit down to figure out more about who he is as a person and all that he's trying to tell to the audience or tell to me. And he delivered on that. And I highly recommend you go check out Royce the 5'9", The Book of Ryan. I'm actually sad that they didn't get enough praise or get nominated for enough things. But again, you got your just dues over here. And coming in at number 1, listen, man, this was a clear number 1. A clear number 1. We got Saba Care For Me. Let me tell you right now. Heaven all around me. Heaven all around me. So heaven all around me is heaven. Oh, I'm in love with broken girls. Girls, a girl. Oh my goodness. Fire! Fire! It's so many freaking. This song is probably on the B-side. Oh my goodness. It's so many tracks on there. I think it literally tops off at 10 tracks for the album, and every single song is fire. Perfect. I'm talking about every single song I wanted to put within my top 20 list of favorite songs of the year, but I decided not to. I decided to chill. I ain't want to come in with some like extra biasness or anything. But seriously, man, in all seriousness, like this is hands down like my favorite album of the year. I think I heard this within like the first quarter of 2018, and I literally told myself, I'm like, there's no way an album can beat this, and it didn't. J-Rock came close. The Book of Ryan ended up pushing out J-Rock slightly, but man, Care For Me still tops it off, and I could talk about that more, but I don't want the video to be too long, so that's it for the video, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Hit the bell to be notified, and if you're new to the channel, check out the affiliate links down below. And that's pretty much it, man. Check out the Discord. Link is in the description. P.O. Box information, that's in the description. 10K subscribers, man. Q&A special. We're almost there. I'm going to be uploading more. You see the setup. More is going to be coming on the way. Now, I'll talk to you guys more later on, man. So, peace out.